and exclusive on Europe's premier sports channel, Sky Sports, and ringside on the road from Bowlers in Manchester. It's Big Fight Time, where tonight's main event, promoted by Frank Warren for Sports Network in association with Phoenix Camp, is a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the vacant light middleweight championship of Great Britain. Between introducing the boxers, firstly in the red corner, wearing the solid black trunks and coming from Battersea in London, he weighed in at 10 stone 12 3/4 pounds. He's had 16 professional contests, 15 of those wins, 13 by way of KO with 1 loss. Would you please welcome to Manchester, Gilbert Hurricane Jackson. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the burgundy trunks and coming from Manchester, he weighed in at exactly 11 stone. He has had 19 professional contests, 13 wins, 9 wins by way of KO with 6 losses. He's a former British title contender. Ladies and gentlemen, Ensley Bingham. The officials, ladies and gentlemen, appointed for this contest, the steward in charge this evening is Mr. John Hall, the timekeeper, Mr. Frank Capewell from Sheffield, and the referee, who will now give his instructions to both boxers, Mr. Paul Thomas from Derby.
Well, recently we saw Steve Foster have the greatest night of his career in front of his home fans. Can Bingham do it as well?
Remember to defend yourself at all times unless you hear me shout stop boxing. Best of luck to both of you.
Referee is Paul Thomas from Derby. We've had some notable fights for British Championships in recent months, and this, they reckon, could be an early contender for domestic fight of the year. We'll see. What's fascinating about this is that any ending is possible at any time. Jackson in the black trunks, the red of Ensley Bingham, for the title vacated by Robert McCracken. Previous title holders include Maurice Hope, Harold Graham and Chris Pyatt, who's now the Commonwealth champion at this weight.
Yes, we have got 2 good fighters here. Both of them can punch, so really anything can happen in this type of fight.
Watch especially for Ensley Bingham's honey punch, the left hook. But he can be vulnerable himself, Bingham. His chin has let him down a couple of times. Having said that, Jackson was wobbled by Paul Wesley last time out. He's had a 9-month break since then.
And Bingham, he's starting quite coolly, just looking for his jab, not taking any unnecessary chances. He normally is a very cool fighter, and he'll do well to do that, and then just look for the point later in the fight when he can unload the big left hook.
Yes, he says the first time he fought for the title against Wally Swift, his emotions ran away with him. He says he was fighting for the memory of his mother, who recently died. And he said he didn't fight a smart fight and left himself open and was taken out in the 4th round by Swift. He says he'll be much cooler tonight, and we're seeing that already. Good right hand getting in from Bingham. He says he's more relaxed and confident than he's ever been now, and believes this is his time, where he's had to wait a long time for it.
And you would expect Jackson to be the stronger man because he's campaigning in the heavier division. You see, he just shook his hand there as Bingham landed that big left hook for the first time.
Jackson's had the benefit of some good class sparring in America with the likes of James Page and Irish Pat Lawler, who holds a victory over Roberto Duran. Big prize at stake for both of them.
And this is quite a busy start for Jackson. He's using the jab more, he's scoring more at this point. But I think he's got to do that. He's got to keep Bingham off balance.
It's been an impressive start from Jackson. He does look nice and loose and sharp with the jab. Bingham made to miss a couple of times. Right uppercut as well from Gilbert Jackson. Young and hungry Jackson, and I think he took that opening round. Not very far from Manchester United football ground. More big sport tonight with the British Light Middleweight Championship at 11 stone on the line. This is Ensley Bingham, the old campaigner, looking for the late payoff in his career. Jackson, the young man on the way up. Well, not so young, I guess, at 25. But a 7-year advantage, if it is an advantage. It may be Bingham's experience that counts more in the long run. We'll see. It was a sharp start, though, by Gilbert Jackson in that opening round.
Yes, he was the busier. He did more work, but it was a cool start from Bingham. He's like that at times. At times he doesn't do a lot, but then every now and again he can unload that pitch perfect left hook, which he did against Mark McCreek.
Good sharp jabs from Jackson, who, by the way, has never been beyond 6 rounds.
And I think Jackson just hurt Bingham there with that left hook. The legs just seem to wobble slightly from Bingham. There has been a few question marks about Bingham's chin.
Now Bingham, though, starting to open up himself with that trademark left hook of his. That's his answer. There's no doubt that Jackson did shake him up a bit early in the round. Both of these two fellas have got some power. Variety from Jackson as well. Jabs to the head, then the right to the body, and another left, which seemed to just shake Bingham again.
Yes, that looks to be the danger punch from Jackson. It's staggered Bingham momentarily twice with that left hook.
And this Gilbert Jackson, we haven't seen an awful lot of him, but he looks a pretty handy fighter to me. You can see that his power is just troubling Bingham a little bit. He's blinking as some of these thud home. And Bingham's starting to open up himself, though. And remember, he has concussive power, and that one, I think, just hurt Jackson a bit. He looked a bit unsteady on his legs. What a second round we've got going here.
Yes, they really are starting to let the bombs fly in this round. Neither one looking too much for defence. They're both in close and both looking for the powerful left hooks.
They both have the capacity here to hurt each other. All the makings here of a very good fight indeed. Bingham is starting to let the leather fly after his circumspect beginning.
Isn't Bingham certainly ending the round the better? I think he just hurt Jackson. Jackson just quieted his work rate down a little bit. He was obviously the more thoughtful, looking for defence there.
That was only a slip by Bingham. Slipped to the centre ring, almost inexplicably. There's a break coming up any moment. I advise you to make it the tea or whatever you're getting to drink then. Don't do it during the fight. Anything could happen any time here. Great second round, though.
A tremendous second round. Jackson got the best of the work early on, but then this is where we see Bingham coming towards the end of the round. He started to open up some good work with the left hook. Jackson got the better of it in the early rounds. You see the left hook just staggered Bingham momentarily there.
Round 3, Bingham in the red trunks, the black of Gilbert Jackson, who's rocked back by that left hand and then a right as well. Unsteady on his feet. Caught again. Jackson's in trouble here at the start of round 3, and Bingham knows he's got him going here, and it's early in the round 2. Terrible problems for Jackson, who's all over the place. Referee Paul Thomas having a very close look at Jackson. Bingham there was on the very brink of lifting the British title. Jackson holds on, buys a bit of time, but he's in trouble.
He is. He's done very well to get through that little stage of the fight where Bingham looked very, very dangerous.
Left hook from Bingham, who we were told looked very good in sparring. Again the left hook, and again he's caught. I don't think Jackson's going to get through this round. His gloves have gone down. He looks disorganised in defence. He's all over the place. Bingham's getting through and he's a heavy hitter. Oh, he's got to stop it there. He must stop it there. Jackson went back. His eyes were in orbit. His gloves went down, and that was exactly right from Paul Thomas. That was alarming. And Ensley Bingham, at the age of 32, and after so many fluctuating fortunes in his career, is the British light middleweight champion, and it sets off enormous celebrations among his fans here in Manchester. The man they call Bingo has hit the jackpot.
Yes, he did that very well indeed. We sensed in the last round he was finishing the stronger. His was the more damaging left hook. In this round he took it up right from there, and really he kept on his man all the time. It was good, solid, steady work rate that finished the fight. Jackson looked as if he may get through it, but then Bingham just went back at it, kept the pressure on, and it was a perfectly timed stoppage. I think he couldn't have let that go on because he was in bad trouble, Jackson, but he was managing to stay on his feet.
I thought the stoppage was absolutely impeccable from Paul Thomas, because it really looked worrying for a moment. Bingham landed with another left hook and he just stepped backwards and didn't seem to know where he was for a moment, and you worried for him, Jackson, and Thomas stepped in to stop any further punches being landed. Exactly right.
And that was the beginning of it. That solid left jab which sent him back on his heels. His balance was bad right from there, and then really Bingham just keeps the pressure on. He doesn't go, you see his experience there. It's just a nice steady pressure. At times Jackson looks like he's going to get through, but then he's on unsteady legs again. The one thing Jackson doesn't do here is he shows his experience and he doesn't grab.
And these are moments that Ensley Bingham has worked 9 years to achieve. You see, he's all over the place here, Jackson. There was no way back really, because he was in trouble from very early in the round.
It was a constant stream of pressure. He just kept it going on, and the referee give him the chances there. He knocks him back. You see the unsteady legs there. Paul Thomas has seen enough. A well-timed stoppage.
And it's over in round 3. Ensley Bingham scores the 14th win of his career, and by far the biggest.
You see, just toppling back there with his chin in the air. One more left hook could have caused a lot of damage. Well-timed stoppage.
Bingham is the champion. Wonderful scenes for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 9 seconds of the third round, the referee has stopped the contest. Gilbert Jackson in no position to continue. The winner and new light middleweight champion of Great Britain, Ensley Bingham.
And that's a victory that could open up a pot of gold for Ensley Bingham, and one he richly deserved. He's given so much entertainment. His wife June is here, and he's got 3 children as well. They'll be celebrating it in the morning. Chantal, 15, Wesley, who's 13, Reese, who's 4, the family man, and he's going to earn big. Look at that. Look at that. That's what it means. Carl Thompson is there, the man who so nearly became world cruiserweight champion for the camp. And what a run they're having.
Very good run, but he thoroughly deserves it. He's worked long and hard, and it was a great victory. He showed good professionalism there. He didn't rush anything. You see the experience, the years that he's worked, it all came off there, and that was a tremendous win.
I'm sure that Gilbert Jackson will be back, but Bingham at 32, well, that's the other side of the story. He's worked so long for it. 2 very nice guys. Bingham has his championship at last, and it makes you wonder, would he ever fight Steve Foster from the same camp, the same weight? Both champions now. Maybe Chris Pyatt for the Commonwealth title. All kinds of possibilities. Maybe we'll learn a wee bit more, because they're sitting down now on the ring apron. Billy Graham, the trainer, and the new British light middleweight champion, Ensley Bingham, talking now with Gary Norman.
Well, Ensley, no need to ask you how you feel.
Feel great. I told you, Gary, I'd be a champion. I wasn't going to stop this game till I became a champion. And this is my first belt now. I hope to go on and add to this belt with my manager, Frank Warren. I'm sure we can work something out. I'm very happy.
When I spoke to you at the gym, I said, a bit like Foster, you were due something, because you'd paid your dues to this game.
Definitely. It seems like us old boys are doing the business later on in life.
Maybe I'll turn professional, who knows?
Yeah, but one day.
Tell me about the fight. You started slowly, calculating, working it out.
Yeah, the fight plan was to contain him early doors. We know he comes out like a hurricane and blows the storm over here. We said to contain him and see what he's got. If the opening arrives, we'll clip him with that left hook and see how he likes it. In the second round, it just seemed to be wide open to it, unable to stop it. The unstoppable force.
Barry McGuigan spent some time with him and he knew how determined he was to win the title.
Well, you knew how determined I was. I had the whole backing of my team. Oh, the amount of people that have been helping me get this title, it's incredible. Well,
let's have a look at the finish. If you look down at the monitor down there, we'll show you. Just talk us through it.
Well, I could see that I had him in trouble here from earlier on, and I wasn't going to let him off. Billy said, if you see him hurt, well, you make sure he feels that left hook, and that'll soon sicken him. I never actually caught him quite as clean as I like to have caught him, but that still did enough damage to get him in trouble.
That's the beautiful bingo.
That's right. The honey punch paid dividends again. Yeah.
Something you've worked on for a long time. I'm bringing your trainer, Billy Graham. Billy, you must be very, very pleased. Your second champion in about 3 months.
About 2 months. Yeah, of course. I'm over the moon. He couldn't happen to a nicer fellow. Him and Steve Foster. I don't just train with him, my friends. You know what I'm saying? He's worked so hard and been so focused. And I don't know. It's just there's too much of me to take at a minute. I tell you straight.
Well, it means a lot to the whole camp as well.
Oh yeah, of course. We're all mates with all the team. There's no bosses down there. We just all work as a team. You know what I mean? I just don't know what to say. He's fantastic. And he didn't catch him flush. If he catches you flush, you don't get up.
Well, it was a well-timed stoppage. So I'm going to bring in Frank Warren now. What plans might you have for this young man? There's an interesting spectator called...
They're the old wrinklies, aren't they, this lot up here? They're really putting it together. Mate, that was an excellent
Every time we come to Manchester, the OAPs.
No, but they're doing the business. And it's only because they've been given the opportunity. You know, that's what this boxing's about on Sky TV. It's what we've been trying to do with the shows. And it's been giving more boxers opportunity. Guys who've been waiting all their life for the chance. And it's happened for him. And I'm pleased with him and Steve Foster. You know, and they've got a lot of good young fighters coming through in the camp as well. So
I'll spend some time there. Now, interesting spectator, WBO light middleweight champion, not a million miles away. I'll talk to him later.
Well, he's got to fight. Paul's got to fight, I think, against Bronco McCart. The WBO have ordered that, but there's certainly no reason why this guy can't get in there and fight the winner. He's old enough to do it. He's strong enough, and he's got something that a lot of fighters don't have, and that's a tremendous punch. And he's got a good chance to win the world title. The winner of that fight, I will move heaven and earth to put that on in Manchester. For Ensley. He's been a really good guy. You know, he's worked hard with us, and he's been an inspiration for all the young fellas in the stable, and good luck to him. He deserves it.
Interesting times in the light middleweight division, as we've discussed. Possible Commonwealth title shot against Chrissy Pipe.
Well, if Frank is talking world title fight, if Frank gives me a world title shot, I guarantee you I'll become a world champion. That's how confident I am.
One thing that won't happen, I shouldn't think, is to fight Stevie Foster, because you're just too good, mates.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't see it happening for the near future, so I wish Steve all the best in his career as well.
Well, listen, you've done a good job. Enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'll see some more of you soon.
Definitely. Thanks, Gary. Can I just say thank you to all the people that's helped me get
this. We'll be here for a week.
We would be here for a week.
That'll do. I know they are.
Everybody, yeah. Thanks.